Never before seen body language breakdown of Stephan Sterns during sentencing showed that he had no remorse for taking Maddie's life, in my opinion.
Regarding his sentencing and how he's going to be in this place and where he's going to be put. All right. You say this place is temp controlled like a storage, but not air conditioned. All right. Yes, we're very sorry you went through that. Truth Finder. All right. Yeah, no, they didn't. They didn't. All right. So this is a program, and you know it's BS. I'm only going to play it for a second because I want to see how much BS this guy is spitting to get funding. People do anything to get funding and money, guys. Hence Jessica, catfishing Stephan and then bashing me. And they do anything for money. I don't do everything. I don't do anything for money. I will not do anything for money. I'd be like, nah, I'm good. Shanana, everyone have an amazing evening. Gotta run. Love you, Jay. Back at you. Have a good one. And good. I'm glad he's leaning more into the Bible. That tends to happen. But he's not in there because of the Bible or any of that. They put him there. Oh, please, Mary, hey, guilty of crime and cruel. All right, guys, let's keep going. Yeah, none of this is Stephan's fault. With that being said, Stephan does not deserve this cup. Oh, it's not a cupcake prison, Pink Rose. It's not a cupcake prison, and that's what I'm talking about. Hopefully you go back and take a look. This, in fact, is not going to be a cupcake prison. It's a newer facility with different problems. We'll say that. All right. All right. Let me just hear this real quick. This fake just for a minute. And then I'm going to play No Remorse. Stephan Sterns going to give you a good idea of where he's going to be placed in this prison.
Change of thinking. You have to have a change of heart. One of the things that I love about the FCB program is not only do we provide the faith element, but we also provide the character element. For an example, we have classes in financial literacy. We have classes in there about parenting from the inside. So not all of these programs are faith-based, but they are also character-based. And I've seen inmates go in on day one in the FCB program, and when they graduate this year-long intensive program of studying and
Yeah, this is BS, and you know it. And these people are not going to, these people will get out, but that program's not like that. Liar, liar, pants on fire. All right, here we go now. This is where Stephan's going to be placed. This is where he is now. He did move to Wakulla. It is a newer facility with different problems. All right, and there it is. I referenced the famous cases that and the people that are in the Florida transfer of Stephan's are in that prison. Okay. Rosie says, Nanaska, I've been watching Jay since day one. I took a break because I'm watching STS Donna Adelson. Yes, I have been watching the Donna Adelson trial too. And Sharon, we love you. I had to check 15 months I've been with you. Yes, much love to you. All right, so that's everything you pretty much need to know about the facility. And now let's get into Stephan's personality and where he's going to be. All right, I have never seen this, and it just came out after he was sentenced on my birthday. July 25th is when his new picture came out. That's my birthday. All right, Stephan Sterns, No Remorse. I'll break it down. Let's go.
Stephan Sterns was arrested and charged with the murder of Madeline Soto. She was 13 years old. And now he's come out and said he pleads no contest to the charges. The time in court was about an hour and a half, but I've squished it down to just a few minutes to the important parts so we can get a better understanding of what's going on from a body language and behavior perspective. Let's take a look. All right, here he is coming into the courtroom. Doesn't look too stressed, doesn't look very worried. Not like...
I mean, that's his personality, and that's where they're going to put him according to him following the rules and his personality. Clark, 13 months, love you, Jay, and you, and don't you ever change. I won't. I'm just going to grow and become a better person. That's it. All right. If you can't use the words to describe what you're talking about, it minimizes. This is definitely not a Norman Rockwell world. However, in this world, I use words that mean something rather than F-U-C-K, S-H-I-T, all those names. So I just don't talk like that unless I'm really pissed off. All right. Yes, I think Wendy Adelson's going to be next. And if you guys are interested at all, if you guys are interested in the least, let me know. I will cover the Wendy Adelson portion of that case and show you why Wendy Adelson should be arrested. Just like Jen Soto, all right? All right, let's go.
Going on.
I've never seen this.
Takes a seat. And that's about it for excitement on that one. A lot of times when somebody comes into court like this, they look a little bit nervous and they're looking around the room, searching for people they know, somebody they can connect with, somebody on their side. We don't see any of that at all in here. Again, this is fairly normal. Comes in, sits down. They tell what's going on so everybody in the court knows, so the record shows what's happening and that he's there. And again, he's not looking around very much and he doesn't look very worried. Theoretically, this is a fairly stressful situation. But again, we're not seeing much stress at all. Not much going on here either. He's just saying he can't see the signature very well.
The signature is next to my finger. Can you tell me if that is your signature?
It's hard to tell from here. Yes, it is.
What your signature and a set of initials after each of the 26 paragraphs on each document, those initials being SS, tell me is that you have had an opportunity to read these documents. Do you have any difficulty reading and writing the English language?
I have no difficulty.
The only thing we see here is that swaying back and forth in the seat just a little bit. That's normal, but usually there's a lot more than that.
And Deb and Chris don't deny that Stephan's got a cocky, I'm better than everyone kind of attitude. But in the prison system, that's not so good, right? I think they're going to keep him by himself unless he finds a few buddies. And Jen Soto, I wish she'd be arrested, but my mom is right. She's going to live the rest of her life, even if she's not, with that on her, with the target on her, just like Casey Anthony, etc. And yeah, I saw a comment earlier, Deb, that says you helped the law enforcement. You helped law enforcement by giving over the evidence. Yes, you certainly did. I saw a thread earlier today that talked about a missing hard drive that you guys hid. No such thing happened. All right. And I agree, MM.
Yes, I'm going to ask the deputies to please provide this document to you, and I'm going to ask you to verify that this is your signature.
I know.
Yes, it is.
He's just verifying his signature. Some of these things are repetitive and boring, but this is what happens in court.
And you understand the 13 additional conditions of your plea agreement. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Thank you, Vut. Vut, are you saying?
You can tell he's not around microphones much because he leans way in every time he says something. You've probably seen that on TV when people do it. You don't need to do that, especially in this situation. If you watch the judge, we can't hear him very well because he's not very close to his mic. I can pass by this section, but I don't want to. I want you to see what it looks like when somebody's just sitting there. A lot of times people get the jiggly leg or they'll start goofing around their hands or drawing or something. A couple of minutes go by and he just sits there.
That is interesting. You see everybody else moving. And what's up? Is it Reich? This is my new favorite true crime channel. Well, hello. It's good to have you here. I've got some more guys that I hear coming out on the channel. Chief, you got some competition coming, my friend. Yeah, I'm sure Jen is in a haze. Marijuana, the Zans, all that. I'm sure she's still with Stephanie too. That condo is not going to be occupied by her, in my opinion, anymore.
Because I will.
Here the judge is telling him that we all understand you're saying you don't want a trial, you just want me to sentence you. Again, there should be some stress here, but there isn't.
I understand.
Even though we don't have full view of his face, we can still see how fast he's blinking. Now, the normal human blinks about 15 to 20 times a minute. That's how many times this guy's blinking. There's no stress here. And we do hear a little change in the volume of his voice. Why would that be?
Are you under the influence of any alcohol, drugs, or mental issues that cause you not to understand the decision that you are making?
I am not.
Do you understand if you are not a United States citizen, that entry of this plea would subject you to deportation proceedings?
Yes.
And if you ever before had been convicted of a sexually violent or a sexually motivated offense, Entry of this plea would have subjected you to involuntary civil commitment at the conclusion of any incarcerative sentence. You understand that's the state of Florida law.
Yes.
I think the guy's getting bored. I don't think he's concerned with what's happening. I think he's starting to get bored, but he's getting a little bit louder. About 3 minutes pass here. The judge is talking to the attorneys. It's fairly boring, but still, I want you to see what he's doing. It's almost nothing. A lot of time passes here, so I sped this one up too. Watch this guy. He's breathing normally. He's not moving.
Now he is, that's crazy to see it in this view. Again, I was excited to share this with you because I hadn't seen it. And Clark, I have not seen that. And I'm so glad that my daughter is about to be 11 next month and doesn't go to daycare or any of that stuff. Right. The MM Clark's talking about people daycare using a sticker to put kids to sleep. Yeah, the judge was pretty horrible. I did want to say something though about Tyler Wallace, guys. I don't know when I'm going to be talking about this case again, but I do think that Tyler Wallace telling Maddie that she could come live with him at 13 had an influence on what happened between her and Stephan that night. All right. Just that's it. All right. And no sleepovers.
At all. Not even a little bit. He's not even scratching anything. He's just sitting there. This lets us know he's not worried. We haven't seen one thing that shows us he's stressed. We heard him get a little bit louder. That would suggest his stress level's going up. But again, I just think it's because he's bored. And when you're bored like that, you'll do something. You'll rock back and forth. You'll jiggle your leg. You'll do something. Stretch your neck. He's not doing anything. This is odd behavior. It doesn't look odd when you're just sitting there looking at him because he's not doing anything. But the odd thing is he's not doing anything.
Sterns, how do you plea to first degree premeditated murder in 24 CF 1293?
No contest.
This is the most action we've seen so far.